Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother Canada 11 shot.
It's the finale.
Ah!
Oh, hi.
You know this is our time.
Okay, so, if only.
Yeah, right.
It's actually episode 29, which is the finale. They do 29 episodes.
You know what's really exciting?
What?
The first live audience in like the last 2 years. Yay! It was great to see Arissa in front of an audience again.
Where was her other leg?
In the dress.
Oh.
Sean liked that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so last time Anika was voted off by Claudia, and she was super bitter.
Yeah.
Bitter.
Mm-hmm. Well, like all the BBCAN finales of the past, this one started off with a very long recap.
They kicked it off. Kick. And they were highlighting the final 3 from the beginning. They
talking about their games.
Lettergate, Wafflegate, Dirty Ratgate.
I feel like we saw the fights from this season like at least 3 times each tonight.
Yeah.
Why did it feel like there were so many fight montages?
That's the thing about Canada. They just keep showing the same thing over and over and over. It's like the first season of BBUS. They just beat it to death.
I mean,
you know?
I enjoy the long full season recap because I like to be reminded of everything that happened. Like, all the important stuff. But then, like, once we see the same stuff over and over again throughout the evening, I'm just like, all right, let's get on with it.
I know. No more. Stop.
Yeah.
So, the Crown, the Girly Pops, remember the Fatal Feast?
Hey, remember Fatal Feast?
Yeah, I do.
It was awesome.
All right, so let's get right to it. After the 15-minute recap, it is time for part 1 of the HOH comp.
Oh my goodness. So we already found out last night that it was going to be Little Mermaid themed. Little Mermaid tie-in, baby.
The original Little Mermaid.
The live action.
The newly.
Yes.
The
one that's coming out on the 26th.
Yeah, okay.
Woo!
So, you're in Ariel's little den.
You're under the sea.
Ursula's like...
Yeah. I mean, honestly, amazing set, as always.
Canada's production values.
Art department, wonderful.
Yes. So, you had to stack 30 coins. Did they actually... Now, I'm not gonna lie. I was asleep for most of this.
You were dozing off during this part. I was like, you know what? It's a competition. She doesn't need to see all this.
Did they have to do specific coins?
Yes.
Oh,
so each house guest had their own unique order that they had to stack their coins in. They couldn't cheat off of each other's stacks.
Right.
You had to like wipe away the stuff so you could see what was on your chart, like what order you needed to go in. And you could only take 2 coins at a time to stack up.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so then you had to pull the string as you walked backwards, kind of like royalty. And
wait, why is that royalty?
You know,
because you're only walking. You're not showing your backs.
You're not showing your
backs
buttocks.
People, yeah.
And you have to do a little task while you do it.
Right. So they only had to hold on to the rope until they got to the stash, the coin stash, where they could pick up more.
Then they could like
tie it onto. Yeah.
Tie that off and bring me down, right?
Yeah. But seriously, this is tough because if your coin stack is not stable as that platform as that Susan is lazily spinning,
yes.
Your stack is at risk of falling.
And it didn't seem like it took too much for the coins to fall because, like, I noticed one of the times that they dumped, I think it was Ty. I mean, he was going pretty slow, and it was just like, bleh.
I mean,
30 coins, that's a lot.
That's a lot of coins.
They had multiple dumps.
Yeah, everybody dumped. There was nobody made it out unscathed.
And then Claudia won part 1.
Yeah, so not only does she advance to part 3, but she also won a trip to the Little Mermaid Canadian premiere.
The Canadian premiere. Will she be taking Tyula?
Probably.
All right, well, maybe not.
Probably.
All right, so now we're going to get right into part 2 of the HOH comp.
Okay, I just have to say, too, I really enjoyed that as a part 1 because I feel like everybody had a fair shot at winning.
Yes and no.
It wasn't just like a straight-up strength endurance comp.
Okay.
So I appreciate competitions like that.
But I feel like maybe some little wheels were tiltier than others.
I don't know. I think that it was a fair competition to have for part 1.
Okay. Now it's time for part 2.
Okay.
It's called Hands of Time.
Oh! So part 2 is usually something
A little physical.
with some game knowledge, but also a physical component as well.
Right. So you had to answer questions by landing balls in the Wheel of Death. Oh, yes. And you had to get it in the right slot with the house guest name on them.
There were 12 possible answers for each question. And all of the questions had multiple answers per round. So you had to get all those, and you had to, like you said, land the balls in the little hoop. So
not only was it like you had to know what day, you had to have the skill to get it in the right slot.
Right.
Yeah. So this was between Ty and Daniel C.
Okay.
So Ty is sucking at this.
Well, that's what the edit tried to make it look
but
like.
But he won.
Anyway. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was super close either.
Also asleep for most of this. At least most of Daniel's and like some of Ty's. And then I was like, oh, Ty's sucking. Great.
Well, Ty's time was 1 hour and 1 minute and 14 seconds.
Would you say that was Ty time?
I guess. It seems really long to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like...
That's a long...
Maybe I'm a backseat competitor, but...
But maybe they both sucked.
Maybe, right? Or armchair competitor, but like
or
it
is
did
that
seem
like
very
the
long.
amount of time that it would take somebody who was paying attention in the game
I don't know.
to do this comp?
I don't know. I mean, there was a little bit of a learning curve, too, to time it right, to get the ball in all of the baskets, but... Mm-hmm. Yeah, Daniel was like 16 minutes behind Ty, so it wasn't super close.
All right, well...
So that means Daniel has 0% chance of getting himself to the final 2. Right. He would have to be taken there by somebody else.
Or
Ty,
taken.
Yeah, taken. Ty is facing off against Claudia in part 3.
Okay.
Who could have seen that coming?
Well, let's take a break from all of this exhaustive competition.
Okay.
And talk to the jury.
All right.
Let's bring out none other than the one and only Kevin Jacobson.
I thought it was Jacobs.
It's Jacobs.
Isn't it?
Probably.
Kevin! I'm so happy to see last season's winner, Kevin, back up on our screens.
Is a delight. Mm-hmm. Everything's funny when you've made that Canadian money. And Kevin roasted the jury a little bit.
What if he, like, went into his lawyer character from last season for Private?
Andrew would pee in a diaper. Kevin was all like...
Kevin was freaking loving the drama, and I can't blame him, because there was plenty of it at this round table.
Kevin called out everybody. Mm-hmm. He was like, you suck, you suck, you suck, and you suck. You're not that bad.
All right. Well, then it was time for the next juror to come out, and everybody was like, "Oh, who's it going to be?"
Everybody wanted to see Ty and Cece, but it was Anika. And boy, was she bitter.
Yeah. So,
bitter pill.
Judging by people's reactions, do you think Anika actually would have had a shot to win this thing? Because it seemed like people were sad to see her.
Were they?
Or were they just sad that it wasn't Ty or Claudia?
I think they were sad that it wasn't Ty or Claudia.
I don't know, but...
There's a difference, you know.
Yeah, Anika, bitter as hell.
She doesn't want Ty to win. She doesn't want Cece to win. She probably doesn't want herself to win because she wants Daniel to win.
Yeah, well, not only was she pissed about that, she also came in with fire for Kuzi. She was like, I'm mad at you because you outed the crown, and that really messed up my game.
Right.
I think Kuzi tried to say that she did not out the crown, but, like, she did. She told Ty about it.
Right now.
We saw it on the digital daily.
We have receipts.
Yeah. But, I mean, the rest of the crown and the jury also seemed upset that Kuzi did that.
Jonathan looked like he was gonna lay down and die. He was just like, oh, no, not the crown.
Oh, yeah, I mean, ugh.
All right, well.
But Anika was pissed at Kuzi.
Yeah. I think Anika was pissed at the world.
Probably. But, I mean, we even saw in the house, when they were still in the house, Anika was very quick to get angry with Kuzi and blame everything on Kuzi. Even after Kuzi was evicted, Anika was blaming stuff on her.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it kills me the way Anika is trying to, like, throw shade at Kuzi. When
you did nothing.
No. When Anika set up a whole ass other alliance outside of the crown. She had her final four with Daniel C, Shania, and Claudia. But she doesn't want to talk about that.
Well, she also said that she genuinely wanted to go far in the game with Ty and Daniel C.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all remember that.
All right, so, yeah, Sean does too.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Then it was time to break down the games of the final 3.
All right, Ty was comp beast.
I mean, undoubtedly, like, the comp beast of the season.
He was a legend, comp-wise.
Yeah.
But no humility. That's a turnoff.
Yeah.
Ladies. All right.
I mean, how many times did we hear him say ball game? How many times did we hear him talk down to people, be condescending?
Yeah. How many people did he, like, say in one sentence, you're in my alliance, and then you're gone?
Yeah, I love how Ty tried to play it off like he hasn't lied in this game. He's been lying his ass off.
Yeah.
Come on now.
All right, now Claudia. She chose Ty over her alliance.
Yeah, and guess what? Her alliance is not happy about it. The girly pops,
No.
They're not happy with Miss Claudia right now.
No, they're not. And Daniel. He was never a big target.
Because he didn't really, like, do a
much.
lot to become a target.
Wow. What did you think of Anika's abrasive campaigning for Daniel C? Like, she was ready to cut a bitch.
It was too much. Like, it just seemed like there was anger.
You better vote for Daniel C.
Yeah, like she was coming on very strong.
Very.
Very, very strong.
All right, so it's time for Rista to check in with the final 3.
Oh, okay.
So, I see Daniel C, and I see Claudia, and I see Ty. And they are dressed quite nicely.
Yeah, everybody looked great.
Yes. So now, let's take Claudia and Ty over to the hologram machine.
The time has come for these two to lip sync for their lives.
Yes. What did you think of the presentation of part 3 of the final HOH?
I thought it was sick nasty. It
That
was amazing. The chessboard, I felt like I was watching the Queen's Gambit when she, like, pictures the chessboard up on the ceiling.
You think that's what they were going for?
I don't think so, but if they were, cool. I thought it was awesome.
The holograms were amazing.
Again, they always...
Production values.
Go to that next level for stuff like this.
Thank you, Canada, eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, just think about it. Like, a questions competition. Usually the sets are really boring. It's just, like, booth setup.
Yeah.
But this was the next level.
Yeah. I really hope you can get your S together, Canada.
I know.
Because, like, I'm going to miss that if this is, like, your last season.
Yeah.
All right. So, the best of 7 questions wins, and it's about the jury members. Oh, Cat coming through. Mm-hmm. Claudia won 6-5.
It was close all the way throughout. Like,
they were tied up to like 4, and then she got a question right, and he got one wrong.
And then he got one right, and she got one wrong.
And then they both got one right, and then...
that last question that they did, like, split answers, so it was tense. But Claudia got the big win.
She got the dub.
Mm-hmm. A little feather in her cap there, for sure.
So, Claudia cuts Daniel C.
Oh.
Anika's dying in jury right now.
Yeah, Daniel.
Not my Daniel C.
Do you think she made the right call?
No.
I feel like she was going to lose either way.
Really?
I think people would have voted for Daniel over her.
Wow. I don't know about that.
I think so.
I think she would have had more of an argument over against Daniel C.
He had a lot of friends in jury, and people are not happy with Claudia.
True.
There's a lot of bitter jurors, and they did not want to see Claudia win.
So I guess at least get to the end then, with because I guess it's better to win with the guy that you sometimes lay with off and on than it is to go to the end and...
I don't know. I mean, I think she would have at least had a chance with Daniel. But with Ty, like, as we saw. But anyway, it's time for Daniel to leave the house. He has his interview with Arissa. It was pretty quick.
He hugged Arissa and she said, "Don't cry for me, Argentina."
Daniel C.
Yeah. Please, keep your distance. So close. Did Claudia make the right decision? And he said,
I don't remember what he said, honestly.
Right.
I don't remember.
All right, back to the jury. Let's have them come in the studio now.
Woo! Everybody looking great, of course.
We got Dan, we got Jonathan, we got Santina, we got Hope, we got Kuzi, we got Shania, Renea, and Anika.
Woo!
So now, who do you think is the next jury member, kids?
Anika's just hoping that it's not going to be Daniel C.
She's hoping it's going to be Ty, but it's Daniel C.
Ugh. Yeah, so I think
she was bummed.
I think a lot of them seemed pretty disappointed that it wasn't Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
I think Daniel could have potentially
that
won.
It wasn't Ty, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Claudia.
I
think they really wanted to see Claudia.
So that means nobody from the Crown made it to the final two.
I mean, there was a time where it seemed like the Crown was going to dominate, and it would be like all 5 of them in the final 5.
Yeah, weren't they like saying, "Oh, we're guaranteed like to have 2 Crown members in the finals, blah blah blah."
They really fell apart.
No, because you blew it.
They fell apart.
I think it all started when Jonathan gave up.
Well, when Hope volunteered to go up on the block, and then Jonathan
that was
next
stupid
to him.
too.
It was dumb.
That was stupid, but Jonathan.
Once Jonathan left, things really crumbled.
Things fell apart.
Yeah,
they really fell apart
for sure.
Like if
the Crown lost the plot.
Yeah, if they had kept Jonathan.
Yeah.
I thought Jonathan would have been enough of a cheerleader to keep the Crown together, but without him, he was the glue.
Mm-hmm. He
wanted to go apart. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in his gameplay because he was a stand-up guy, but not when it came to a little blowback on being on the block. You know, he just crumbled. Okay.
Anyway, then it was time for the jurors to question the final 2.
Yes, and these questions were somewhat petty.
Well, as petty as the questions may have been, I felt like the answers overall
were ridiculous.
Were terrible from Ty and Cece. Neither of them were like, half the time they weren't even answering the questions.
No.
And then when they were answering the questions, the answers were not very good.
No.
It was rough.
They didn't match up with the questions. I guess they had in their minds like a set little
and they were like, this answer kind of goes with this question. This has the same word as the question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it did. I don't know. I don't think either of them really did a good job of selling their games.
There was plenty of, why should I vote for you? You broke promises. Are you a liar? The pettiest question goes to Anika. Did you use Ty as a crutch? Sir, leave the cat alone.
Chloe, come here.
Or were you just going against your line? I don't even know what it was because she had me at, did you use Ty as a crutch?
Girl, I'm sorry, but again, Anika.
She was so proud of that petty question too.
I gotta say,
she just looked very sad.
Well, I think her hair and her makeup looked amazing.
She did,
but
no, I mean,
no, I know. I had to mention though, like her hair is so shiny, so pretty. But
mermaid waves.
Yes, that question, I was like, come on now, like you're criticizing Claudia for using Ty as a crutch. What did Anika actually do in this game?
Nothing. She was with
made
Zach
some
bland
ass waffles.
She was with Zach in the beginning. Remember how when Vanessa was outing Zach, Anika was like, "Stop it! Don't say things that you're gonna regret." She was 100% for Zach in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. Ty was being asked to explain his social game.
He couldn't because there was none.
It was hidden. Nobody really gave me credit for my social game.
Yeah, because there wasn't one. Nice.
It wasn't great.
All right, so now it's time for the final pleadings.
Okay.
Ty started off with his whole, like, yeah, this is for my mom, blah, blah, blah. I'm a comp beast. I saved myself and others. I dismantled the Crown and the girly pops. I mean, okay.
You made some good points there.
Sure.
Where was that during the jury questioning?
Yeah, wasn't there. All right, so then Claudia said, be true to myself, and I'm a strong female player, and ha, 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 ha. And I had to be selfish and put my game first, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
One of the things that annoyed me throughout the season about Claudia is how she would wait until it was most opportune for her to be like, oh, women's power to the women. And she only brought that out when she really needed to. But when
Right.
she was in power or whatever,
No, she did whatever Ty wanted.
So that annoys me.
And I brought Ty to the end. He didn't bring me.
I mean,
brought
she
him.
was right about that. I will
Yeah.
say, as annoying as the Claudia and Ty showmance was and how crazy of a roller coaster ride it was, she really did work to get herself to this point. I mean, she won really important competitions.
She did win important comps. I'll have to give her that. But
yeah. And I mean, she did try to get rid of Ty. It wasn't like she
Yeah.
was just like working with him straight up the whole time.
That's true.
Did she miss her shot? Yes.
Yes.
But she did try to get rid of
But you
him.
miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael
Yes,
Scott.
exactly. And she had a good point. I never considered leaving and quitting the game.
When she said that, I was like, ooh.
That's right, girl.
I mean, she's not wrong.
So, out of these two, after the jury questions and pleadings, we were hoping that Claudia was going to pull it out.
I had a feeling it was not going to happen.
So, let's bring out Amal, JM, Rob, Vanessa, but not Dirty Rat Zach, because he is a quitter.
All right. Well, we got our pre-jurors here. Amal had a very unique experience because she left super early on. So she got to see like the whole season play out, but she also got to like meet everybody at the beginning and see the house and everything. So
I hope she's okay.
yeah, I mean, she seemed great.
Yeah, but when she was talking to Arissa, she seemed upset.
You think?
Yeah. All right, so she said it was a fun bunch, and she was glad that she had the experience. JM, he's responsible for the drama.
Drama, right in the beginning.
Yep. Rob, he's disappointed with the amount of loyalty in the house. Me too.
The lack of.
Yeah. Vanessa.
Oh, Vanessa freaking stole the show.
She sure
Love
did.
her.
She said Hope made the biggest impact because if it weren't for Hope, we wouldn't have seen Zach leave. Good one.
She,
Girl power.
she's wonderful. I'd
Yeah,
love to see
I
her
do
come
love
back.
her.
I wish she did not have to leave
I know.
this season because she was, honestly, she had a huge impact on the game herself.
She did.
She really did.
That was the turning point of the
was.
game when she called out Zach.
Yeah, it was a
his game.
huge turning point.
Yeah. All right, so now it's time for the endless parade of montages,
There were quite a few.
to which Canada is so famous for. The BBCAN coaster. BBCAN fam mansion coaster.
I can only imagine what we did not get to see.
Not having the feeds.
Yeah, not having the feeds this season.
The amount of tears. The amount of fears. The amount of fights.
Of 4.
Yeah. The amount of things that we probably would say,
Alcohol parties?
Yes, that too. They never show that though.
Yeah.
Even when they do have feeds.
Like, as crazy as the fights were that we got to see this season,
I can only
Do you
imagine
think there
how
was stuff-
bad they were.
especially surrounding Lettergate,
didn't.
like, do you think there was
Yeah.
other stuff that we did not get to see with that?
Absolutely. Don't you remember what a bunch of D's Zach and Ty were putting pressure on Hope?
I have to say again, too.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, how insane it is, but also, like, laughable that Ty and Zach had so much to say about how Hope broke the rules, he was cheating, blah, 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 because of this freaking letter. When Ty and Zach
Made a money pact.
they made it a deal that if either one of them won, they were going to split the money down the middle.
Not according to the rules.
That's against
Sorry.
the rules. So is that
Yeah.
also cheating?
Yes,
Or
it is.
Were you guys cheating?
It is cheating.
So it's just ridiculous to me. But anyway.
Okay. So, the showmance. Up, down, on, off.
One
in,
of the
out.
most chaotic showmances we've ever seen on Big Brother. Usually the showmances will work together, but these two
Wait,
actively targeted each
It's
other.
a 11:45. Are they still together?
I don't know. I mean, this finale was recorded hours
ago.
So who
Yeah.
knows what could have happened in the course of the last, 6 hours or so, or more.
The fatal
8 hours.
feast twist. That really pissed me off that day when they were locked out of the library.
Oh, yeah, they locked out the girly pops.
Hated it.
I wasn't even really like a Girly Pops fan.
No, but I'm a fairness person.
Yeah.
And I want to see fair play, and that was awful.
It did not sit well.
I was very upset that Big Brother did not intervene and say, you can't block the door. Stop that.
Yeah.
And then the murder. A lot of fun.
Oh, when they had the past house kids show up. Yeah.
Loved it. But nothing compared to that Kevin in the jury roundtable.
Yes. Okay, so then...
So witty.
Arissa wants to know, will Ty be visiting Claudia?
In PEI?
On Prince Edward Island.
Maybe.
It didn't seem
that wasn't a hearty yes.
Optimistic. Yeah.
No.
I don't know that this is gonna happen. It's gonna be, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe in the next 5 minutes it's gonna be over.
Or it could be starting back up again, you know?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? So Dan and Anika making out? What the hell? She literally ate his face.
It was quite...
That was a whole meal of makeout.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's time for the fights montage. Fight, 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 fight.
It's always going to be
Enough
fun.
already, because we've seen them all.
I know, but I could keep watching the Kuzi and Zach argument, because that's a lot of fun.
The best moment of the season, there was two, and they both involve Zach. One was when Vanessa blew up his game and called him out. And the other one was when Kuzi asked him, why didn't you say something sooner when you found out about the letter?
Yeah.
And he had nothing to say about that. He had to walk away in his damn white housewife sweatpants. Yeah.
Real Housewives of Ottawa.
Yeah. Zach,
Real Kim
number
Kardashians of Ottawa.
I will get behind that for Canada. I will say, let's start up a Real Housewives of Ottawa and have Zach be the middle housewife. Holding whatever
what would they be holding?
I don't know.
Canadians, tell us.
A moose.
A moose? I don't know.
Something. A snowball.
Let us know. What is characteristic of Ottawa?
Yes. All right. So, let's get right to the favorite house guest.
Oh, okay.
And she called this.
This was not a surprise.
We all know this is like a Chicken George thing. When you have a community that really is small and tight-knit, they really get behind their members.
Yeah, like the East Coast, or like how Marty won last season. Like, what?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Jonathan, East Coast, ride or die.
Yeah, stand-up guy.
So he won $10,000, Canada's favorite house guest. Honestly, though...
Which really pissed me off because he essentially quit. He quiet quit.
He did quiet quit. Honestly... I would have loved to have seen Kuzi win. I think she was super, super entertaining.
I would have loved to have seen Renee win.
Yeah.
I bet she's pissed.
I think she's unpissed now.
I don't know.
But Jonathan, even though, like, you know, I feel like it's the East Coast influence, he is such, like, he seems like such a nice stand-up guy.
Yeah.
So, good for him.
But it kind of pisses me that he quiet quit.
It pisses you?
Yeah. It really pisses me.
I know.
All right, so it's time for the votes. Let's get down to it.
Okay.
Arissa's reading the votes, and it's like, okay, so we got to Dan S. All right, that's probably going to be a tie. And
now, when she got to Jonathan, I think he was like the second vote read. When she got to Jonathan, and we saw that Jonathan voted for Ty.
On his PEI girl and voted for Ty.
In that moment, I knew, okay, it's done.
It's
like,
over.
It's going to be a freaking washout.
Yeah.
Ty has this by a landslide.
And sure enough, the only vote that Claudia got was Shania, the one that she betrayed the most.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't
Ty
get Renee
won.
at least. As well, you know?
No, Renee was too smart.
Well, yeah, so not quite unanimous, but definitely a landslide victory for Ty.
Yep.
Did Arissa have to tell him to say ball game? No more of that.
Well, that's the final shot of the ball game.
I'm going to be honest, not super thrilled with how the season played out. Was it chaotic as hell? Yes. At times, very fun to watch.
For me, there's only one worst winner for Canada. and that would be Dane.
Right?
I
don't know. I don't think Dane is as bad as Ty.
Maybe they're tied.
This is the second Ty winner in Canada.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Ty Khan, Tyrell.
And Terrell.
Yeah.
So I guess congrats to Ty. I'm not really, like, a fan, but, I mean, he did dominate the game, that is for sure.
That's my problem with these games, though, because they're really set up for comp beasts.
It depends. It definitely depends.
He did win a lot of the intellectual competitions when he needed to. Mm-hmm. But he dominated in the physical comps. And, like, it sucks. Like, what if you're an old lady like me and you want to, like, go on this show? You don't have a chance in hell.
Here's the thing, though. These other house guests had chances to take him out. Mm-hmm. And they were like, no. Right. I'm going to work with Ty. Mm-hmm. Big mistake.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there were chances to take him out.
There were a lot of recruits, too. So, like, they didn't know the game.
Yeah.
But Ty also was a recruit.
I think so, right?
I think so, yeah. I don't think he
knew this game, really.
No.
So, anyway, interesting season to watch it play out without the live feeds. Mm-hmm. Do we still prefer the live feeds?
Yes.
And I'll be interested to see if Canada's going to come back for season 12.
And will they continue the no live feeds?
I think if it does come back, they probably would continue that.
Yeah.
I will say, Arissa was all like, thank you for the past 11 years. Does that mean, like...
Did she say that?
Do you think that means, like, this might be it?
This could be it.
I don't know. Definitely struck me like, uh-oh.
Time of death, 11:52.
If it does end, that's going to make me so sad because I feel like the good seasons have been so amazingly good. Mm-hmm. I don't want it to go out like this on a crap season.
They never had a bad season like season 10, was it right?
No
9. Like season 9.
Why?
No.
Are you talking about Dane's season?
No.
Why? What was 9?
BBUS.
Oh, I thought you meant Canada.
No.
Okay.
Canada has not been tarnished with a bad season like that one.
Well, this season was kind of sucky in some ways.
Yeah.
But anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Are you looking forward to BB25?
Are you looking forward to BBCAN 12?
Hopefully. Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. So,
yes.
Thank you all so much for watching with us this season.
Thanks to you.
And thanks to you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we'll see you around. So, thanks again.
We'll still be here.
We'll still be posting on our vlog channel, on our vegan channel.
And back here for BB25.
Yeah.
BBUS 25.
Mm-hmm.
B-Bus.
B-Bus. So, thanks again. And until next time,
much love. Good night, Canada.